Welcome to Real World AIP, the channel dedicated to helping you implement the autoimmune protocol. Today I'm making apple cinnamon bars, but there's also a few other variations I'm going to show you too, so watch through to the end. Let's get started. Alright, so here I've weighed it 2 pounds of just big hunks of white sweet potato because I'm gonna put it in the food processor. If you don't have a food processor, not to worry, you can get one of these from the dollar store. It literally does the same exact thing as my food processor is going to do. Today I'm going to use my handy food processor because, you know, that's just a lot easier and faster. So I'm going to use the shredding blade. So I'm just going to start processing these big chunk by big chunk and until all 2 pounds are done. Watch how fast this is. Oh yeah. And just look, it's all perfectly shredded. So we have the base of our bars, 2 pounds of shredded white sweet potato. We're also going to use a half a cup of coconut butter or manna, but it's okay if you don't have coconut or you can't eat coconut because tiger nut butter works really well. So I'm using my homemade toasted coconut butter. I just weighed it out, so I know that this and this is 150 grams, or you could just melt yours and use a half a cup. I'm just gonna break it up so that I can spread it throughout that. So here we have the base for the bars, and you can customize this and make all different varieties. I'm going to show you. But to make these apple cinnamon, we're going to add 1 minced apple. And then I'm also going to use 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And I also just like to add a little touch of Himalayan pink salt because salt will actually enhance the sweetness for whatever reason. If you want to try a different variety, then take this exact same base, and instead of the apples and cinnamon, you could use pear ginger. So you would basically mince up the entire pear, throw that in. I'd say about a 1-inch piece of ginger would be perfect. I'd still probably add in the cinnamon, a couple teaspoons of cinnamon. There you go, pear ginger bars. Yum! You want another idea? Take some frozen wild blueberries, use 3/4 of a cup of the wild blueberries, and some organic lemon juice, and maybe even a little bit of the zest, and now you have a lemon blueberry bars. What about cranberry and orange? Oh yeah, you can throw about a half a cup of cranberries in there, the juice of 1 orange with just the zest of like a little wedge like this, zest it up. And I mean, what the heck, you could throw some cinnamon and ginger in there too. Why not? Okay, you're tired of that? How about carrot cake bars? That's right, shred up about 3/4 of a cup of carrot. Throw in about 1/4 cup of these seedless raisins, or you know, just eyeball it, however many raisins you want in there. I'd say 2 teaspoons of cinnamon and like a teaspoon of ginger, and bam, carrot cake bars. Jeez Louise, how could I forget? Pumpkin spice too. You can take, you know, cinnamon, mace, cloves, and dried ginger. About 2 to 3 teaspoons total in the recipe, and then 3/4 of a cup of pumpkin puree, and now you got some pumpkin spice bars. But today I'm making apple cinnamon bars, so let's do that. That made about a cup of chopped apple and cinnamon. This is Ceylon cinnamon. If you can find Saigon cinnamon, that's super cinnamony, but any cinnamon will do. I'm gonna throw in 2 teaspoons. And if you want to get fancy, you could throw in like a 1/4 teaspoon of cloves, maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of mace. You could even throw in some ground ginger. You don't have to though. This is so delicious just like this. Maybe I'll sprinkle on just a little ginger. Just a little. Okay. And we're just gonna mix this up. And then we're going to put this mix right into a greased glass square pan. Okay, this is an 8x8 Pyrex. It's not gonna look like it's gonna fit at first. That's why this works so well, because you have to pack it in and pat it down. That's what makes it have that cake-like texture. You can't just throw it in there loose like this, or you'll end up with a crumble. Get it all in there, and then make that top flat. Just by pushing it, smooshing it down. I'm just gonna take this and put it in the toaster oven that I have preheated to 400 degrees, and I'm gonna bake it for an hour and a half, and then remove the foil and let it brown for like 5-10 minutes. So if you'd like the nutrition facts, I'm using Chronometer to calculate these. 334 calories per serving, 5 grams of protein, about 40 grams of carbs, and 17 grams of fat. A little bit of vitamin C, some iron, potassium. The carbs, okay, so each bar is actually going to have almost 8 grams of fiber, so the net carbs on these are 32 grams of carbs each. And this is a hearty portion. Only 2 grams of fructose, which is good because we want to minimize that. Now, if you used one of the variations and you threw in a bunch of raisins, this is going to be a little different. This is just for, you know, the simple apple cinnamon one. Look at this. Look how firm this texture is. It's firm, it's holdable, it's like a bar. You can look, oh. The crumbly white pieces are like little bits of coconut butter goodness. These aren't super apple, you can see a little apple, but I mean, I don't, look. Look at that. You can see the texture. I can't eat this right now. It's after midnight and I can't eat that. I'm going to bed right now. These are so good. One other thing I want to mention is somebody said something about this picture behind me. My grandmother painted that. She is so amazingly talented. All the artwork in my house in my lovely mansion is my grandmother made, and I wouldn't trade it for like Van Gogh, but you gotta see this. So this is inspired by the nursery rhyme where the lady waters the, you know. But look at the last one. Get down to the end. You see that there's a chihuahua. How cute is that? And look at the darling little faces she puts on them. She doesn't sell her artwork. I'm just proud of what she does, because look at that cute little face. Oh, what the heck? While I'm at it, I want to show you another one. And then she did this. She got this idea off of the VHS cover of Legally Blonde. She said it reminded her of me. How cute is that? All right, back to the bars. So there it is, apple cinnamon bars, or cranberry orange, or pear ginger, or pumpkin spice, or carrot raisin. Oh, let me know what variation you make. Let me know if you have any ideas for other combinations that could be made. I want to hear how yours came out, and if you want to see more of my videos, subscribe below because I post every Thursday. And if you want to see more behind the scenes stuff of the channel, like what I bought at the grocery store, what I'm having for dinner, I post clips most every day on Lens. It's just like an Instagram stories or a Snapchat, but it's on Patreon, but it's free to the public. You do not have to be a patron to view them. I hope to see you soon. Until then, be healthy.